10 horror movies that went too far. The horror genre enjoys making people uncomfortable. Whether it is through blood and violence, terrifying creatures, or through torture, the audience feels the fear through the screen. Oftentimes, the horror movies not only push the audience but exploit the actors, causing mental trauma. While violence is one way to incite fear, the directors have come up with various ways to make the audience uncomfortable. But sometimes horror movies are pushed too far while the directors are trying to make us frightened. Here, we have a list of 10 horror movies that went too far. It could be personal injury, making the audience too uncomfortable, or just too much in the scene. Stay tuned till the end. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Number 10. Fire in the Sky. Fire in the Sky doesn't go too far by the normal horror movie standard, but considering the alien stories and the context of the movie, it was a sheer terror for us. The movie revolved around a group of men who tried to convince the world that their friend was taken by the aliens. No one believes them, obviously, and the disappearance of Walton is considered to be murder. However, Walton comes back after 5 days, and we see his story unfold in a flashback. Using acute imagery, we see fleshing aliens that cover Walton's body in a weird elastic substance and then probe his throat painfully. They pin his eyes and jaws, adding more to the horrifying scene. While you may have watched a more terrifying scene, this scene is more forceful and incites terror because it comes out of nowhere. Number 9. The Exorcist. Ellen Burstyn, who was the mother of the demon child Regan, suffered from a permanent spinal injury while filming one of the scenes in the movie. Regan throws her mother across the room, hitting a window. Ellen was tied with ropes, and the ropes were supposed to be pulled backwards. Ellen had requested the director William Friedkin not to pull ropes too hard after the first shot. Friedkin agreed, but while filming the retake, he ordered for the ropes to be pulled hard for a genuine reaction. Ellen fell screaming in front of the camera, and it was not acting. She was in real pain because of the spinal injury. Number 8. Misery. Misery, like the title, puts the audience into misery and disgust through slow-burn psychological torture. The film transforms from spooky to full-blown horror at an instant. The novelist Paul Sheldon is a famous novelist who is held captive by his #1 fan, Annie Wilkes. The particular scene which shifts the movie to the edge of horror is when Annie Wilkes takes a sledgehammer and smashes the ankles of Paul Sheldon to stop him from escaping the bed prison. The movie was crafted with great precision, and this scene especially gets attention because of the horrifying pain that the audience could feel through the screen, and how scared they get while seeing Annie's deranged self. Number 7. The Blair Witch Project. No amount of money is worth the psychological torture that sometimes directors put their cast through. The horror we see on screen is cut and edited and far less scary than what actors face. For the movie, the directors Eduardo Sanchez and Daniel Myrick psychologically tortured the cast by dropping them in woods with little food, supplies, and water. When the cast tried to sleep, the crew members would wake them up with weird noises to keep them scared. These frightened reactions were real in the movie. The cast was made lost purposely so that their anger, fear, and exhaustion should create an authentic fear in the audience. Number 6. Megan is Missing. Although the movie is average, there is one scene that will leave you vomiting in the toilet for an hour. It surrounds a girl, Megan, who meets a predator in an online chat room and disappears. There's not much evidence, so the police drop her case. Amy, Megan's friend, picks up the case herself and meets the guy. The guy kidnaps Amy and offers her an escape if she gets in a barrel. When Amy gets in the barrel, it is revealed to be a rotting corpse of Megan. Amy is forced into the barrel, and then the guy takes her to the forest and buries her alive. Definitely the most shocking and disgusting scene in the movie. Number 5. The Girl Next Door. The Girl Next Door is another horror movie that instantly makes us take a sharp breath, fully frightening us. The film is based on the novel by Jack Ketchum, which was inspired by real-life incidents of Sylvia Likens in 1965. While some gore and violence are given in horror, The Girl Next Door pushes our boundary as Meg gets punished, starved, beaten, and raped by her guardian with brutality. Her guardian forces David to watch Meg getting raped as the neighborhood boys also stand beside watching this without remorse. Moreover, the blowtorch certainly went a bit too far as the audience would cross their legs in fear and absolute horror. Number 4. Cannibal Holocaust. We have said before that violence is a given in horror movies. However, this is not the type of violence we were ever ready for. Cannibal Holocaust is filled with terrifying tortures on animals and the abject cruelty on them. While we can question most of the footage as the team shoot in the Amazon rainforest, the animal cruelty is unquestionable. The director, Ruggero Deodato, deciding against using any props and to keep the spectacle as realistic as he could, tortured a number of animals: coati, snake, sea turtle, a tarantula, 2 spider monkeys, and a hog. Since they were filming in Amazon, the usual United States strict codes of conduct for filming with animals didn't uphold. The director showed his inner cruelty. However, even if codes of conduct couldn't stop him, his movie has been banned multiple times since its release in 1980. Number 3. The Shining. While talking to the film critic Roger Ebert, the lead actress of The Shining, Shelley Duvall, told that working with her director Stanley Kubrick was almost unbearable. To fit into her role, Kubrick secretly made the plan with the lead actor to treat Duvall horribly behind the screen. They would scream and put her down behind the screen in order to bring the fear on screen. Shelley said that she went through 12 hours a day of extreme crying and screaming. According to the Guinness Book of Records, Kubrick made Duvall retake the baseball scene 127 times. Duvall was left emotionally and physically exhausted. While the critics praised Kubrick for his technique of bringing raw emotions on camera, they failed to acknowledge the mental trauma Shelley Duvall went through while filming. Number 2. Martyrs. We know that it is an unspoken rule for horror movies to show a little violence and gore. However, the Martyrs movie went a little too far in making the audience uncomfortable. The director, Paul Laugier, often makes his point in taking the audience out of their comfort zone, but The Martyrs was pure brutality. The scene of being skinned alive and then holding the camera on the face of the victim was horrifying to watch. The makeup was on point with blood and protruding veins that looked too realistic. The experience of how much pain a human body can take takes the viewers to their limits. Laugier wins in making them uncomfortable by adding such a gory scene in the movie, but if it's any consolation, the French director said that he regretted making the film. Number 1. Brain Dead. Brain Dead pushes every boundary of the audience with the amount of blood and gore in the film. The story follows a boy, Lionel, who tries to keep a zombie infestation locked in his basement when his mother is bitten by a Sumatran rat monkey and begins spreading the infection. More and more people are infested, and the movie turns into a bloodfest as well. The movie is disgusting, and the mayhem of blood and gore pushes our limit for being nauseous, but let's admit, it won't make the film as good as it was. That's a wrap of today's video. Which is your favorite horror movie? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Hit the subscribe button to stay updated on our latest videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.